Don't you know I love you 1,000 times more than Catherine ever did?
And don't you know that I can drag you down as quickly as I raised you? 'Tis lucky you have your bed already, madam, because if you did not, I would not give it to you again.
Ever since that miscarriage, Henry grew increasingly cold toward Anne. He even openly flirted with other women in front of her at that moment and could no longer endure it. She immediately ran to confront Henry. To her shock, Henry shouted at her. He ordered her not to interfere in his private affairs.
You must shut your eyes and endure, like your betters have done before you.
Hearing her husband's such cold and heartless words, Anne completely panicked. She couldn't understand why. Even though she loved Henry more than the former Queen Catherine, she still ended up with the same fate as Catherine. She knew in her heart this all stemmed from Henry's infidelity. Yet even so, she still placed all her resentment on Catherine. She stubbornly believed that as long as Catherine was alive, her position as queen could never be secure. To ensure her position, she decided to arrange a marriage between her daughter Elizabeth and a young French prince. However, the French ambassador flatly refused. He even mocked her with pointed words. They didn't recognize Elizabeth as a princess, but if the marriage partner was Catherine's daughter Mary, they would be very willing to accept. When Anne learned of this, she completely broke down. She threw a hysterical tantrum in her chambers. She even conceived the idea of creating an accident to eliminate Catherine. But her brother George reminded her that if she didn't want to completely lose Henry's favor, she must control her emotions. In front of Henry, she needed to appear submissive, perhaps also out of fear. After George's reminder, her emotions calmed considerably. When she had disagreements with Henry, she began to actively yield. This strategy worked. Henry's attitude toward her gradually softened. That evening in front of everyone, the king held and danced passionately. In the heated atmosphere, and once again received the king's favor. Perhaps heaven heard her obsession. Just when she had no idea how to escape Catherine's shadow, she suddenly received news. Catherine had died of illness. She was instantly overjoyed. She believed from now on, no one could threaten her position as queen. Little did she know Henry had long grown weary of her. Fortunately, and became pregnant again.
Catherine is dead.
I am carrying the king's son.
However, Anne, immersed in joy, didn't notice the king was currying favor with Jane's father. To see Jane at all times, the king arranged for Jane to enter the palace as a lady-in-waiting, and knew Jane's background, but having fallen out of favor, she had to swallow her anger. At this moment, she also understood Catherine's difficulties, and had thought the child in her belly would protect her. She never expected the king would exchange flirtatious glances with Jane right in front of her, and was extremely displeased, but she didn't expose it. After all, the child in her belly was still her trump card.